We believe at the GIPC that intellectual property laws provide an underpinning for innovation. That is, that they provide the legal certainty that allows innovators to capture their ideas as an asset and to gain investment to be able to bring a product to market. So right now we look at a very small set of countries that really have effective laws in place to do that. If we can expand the global universe of countries that are able to put that dynamic into motion, we can unleash the human innovative capacity on a much broader scale. When you look at problems like hunger, disease, poverty, climate change, we need the world's innovation to address these issues. We need everybody's ideas. Intellectual property laws can help get us there. This is an important moment for India. We've seen in the last decade and a half that exponential growth in China has lifted hundreds of millions out of poverty. India has many of the same challenges. We believe we have a government now in India that's focused on economic growth, that wants to put the policies in place to foster that growth. This is the moment to really unleash India's tremendous capacity for innovation. That's happening already. A strong intellectual property framework will be the catalyst that really makes it happen in a much bigger way. You know, we're encouraged, first of all, that the National IPR think tank was created. We think its commission is an important signal that India recognizes the value of a strong IP framework. And the policy proposal that was put forward by the think tank really made, for the first time, an explicit statement that intellectual property is important to India's competitiveness in the global economy, its ability to maximize its own innovative potential, and that it's ready to take the steps necessary to really become the leading global economy that we believe it can and should be. I think the lack of an adequate framework to move ideas from the mind of the inventor to the marketplace in the form of a commercial product has really limited the willingness of investors and entrepreneurs to invest themselves in the type of research and innovative activities that were needed to fully develop India's innovative capacity. And the presence of a policy that prioritizes those steps is going to be tremendously important. And what that means is, if a small-scale inventor, for instance, is able to get a patent on a new invention, then they can get the financial capital that they need to make it into a commercial product to take it to the next step. We think it's very important that India gain popular support for a stronger intellectual property framework, and so part of our purpose in being here is to share our experiences with innovative companies around the world to help understand what works and what doesn't work for the private sector, and to be able to bring India further into the global conversation about what, you know, a 21st century innovative economy looks like, and how business and government can work together to create the most conducive environment for innovation. So we're here engaging with Indian stakeholders to try to further that discussion. Well, we think having a better understanding of intellectual property is extremely important to winning broader public support. And so, to the extent that, you know, universities, certainly in their economics classes, but also in their broader curriculum, can help to draw attention to the legal framework that underpins innovation. That's going to be a huge part of creating that popular understanding and public goodwill towards an intellectual property framework. We think India's best moments are still ahead of it, despite the remarkable achievements, the culture, the intellectual capacity that is abundant in India. We think India's best days are still ahead, and that the key to achieving India's potential growth is in part at least by investing itself in a strong intellectual property framework, that only when domestic innovators have a stake in protecting their own innovations are we going to really see the type of exponential growth, for instance, that we've seen in China in recent years.